Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. In today's video we are going to learn how to make these floral earrings. The pattern for these earrings are pretty simple and it does not take much time to make these earrings. They are pure summer and spring vibes and you can make them in different colors to match your summer or spring outfits. So I have used cotton yarn and a hook of size 3 mm for today's project. The details will be provided in the description below. So we're going to start our project by making a slip knot. After making the slip knot, we'll be making a chain of 1. After this chain of 1, we'll pull this loop a bit and using a smaller crochet hook, we will pull this loop through the bead. You can also make this earring without using a bead also. In that case, you just need to make a magic ring instead of these steps. So after this we are going to make a chain of 4. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3 and chain 4. Now we are going to slip stitch the end to the first chain. So if you remember, we made a chain of 1 here. We are going to slip stitch it to this chain. Now for the other side also we are going to make a chain of 4. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3 and chain 4. Now the end of this chain we are again going to slip stitch it to the other side. So the other side had 4 chains. So the first chain we are going to slip stitch it here. So as you can see, we have a chain of 4 on both sides. So we chain 1 here and now we are going to work over this chain of 4. But on this side, if you see, there is this loop or a yarn behind it. We are going to take it together and we are going to make our single crochets over it. So while taking the chain of 4, we will also take the yarn below it. So over that we are going to make 4 single crochet. This is our first single crochet. So after making the first single crochet, we are going to mark it so that we know this is the first single crochet of this round. Then we are going to make 3 more single crochets over this chain of 4 and the yarn that is below it. Third single crochet and the 4th single crochet. So on the other side we are going to make 5 single crochets. So the thing is, we need a total of 9 single crochets. So it need not worry that we have 4 single crochets on one side and 5 on the other, because when we make the petals it will not be seen that the single crochets on either side of the beads. So here on this side we're making 5 single crochets. So once you're done with the total of 9 single crochets over the chains, so we have the tail yarn hanging out, so we can trim off this tail yarn. And now if you see, we have marked our first stitch. So generally we will do a slip stitch, but that is not required for this pattern. Instead we are just going to make 2 single crochets into this first stitch. So while making the 2 single crochets, the first single crochet we are going to mark it with a marker, so we know that this is the first stitch of this round. So into the same stitch we are going to make another single crochet. Again into the next stitch we are going to make 2 more single crochet. So for this entire round what we are going to do is we are going to make 2 single crochets or an increase in each of the stitches. So each stitch will have 2 single crochets. So since we had 9 single crochets in our first round, So after this second round, we should have a total of 18 single crochets. So let's continue making 2 single crochets in each of the stitch till we reach our marked stitch. So once we are done with our last stitch, into the marked stitch we are going to make a slip stitch, and then we are going to chain one to make it more secure, and then we can trim off the yarn. So the center part of the flower is done here. We can remove the marker, and the tail yarn which we have, we can use a needle or we can use the crochet hook and stitch it into the existing stitches. There is no right or wrong way of doing this. You just need to hide the tail. So to do that, you just need to pull the tail yarn through the existing stitches. Once our center part is ready, we are going to change our yarn color. So you can use any bright color yarn. So here I am going to use a yellow yarn. We start off by making a slip knot. And this slip knot we are going to pull through any of the stitches. So it does not matter which stitch you select, you can just pull it through any of the stitches. So pull this slip knot through any of the stitches, and then we are going to make a chain of 4. So this is our first petal which we are making. So it starts with a chain of 4. So after chain of 4, we are going to make 4 double treble crochet into the next stitch. So while making these stitches, just make sure that you are also taking the tail yarn such that it is hidden into the current stitches. So this is our first double treble crochet. So for the double treble crochet, we will yarn over 3 times, and then through the loop we will pull our yarn, and we will pull a hook through 2 loops at a time till finally we have the final 2 loops and we pull through that. So we will make this 4 double treble crochet into the same stitch. So we pull through once, pull through twice, the 3rd time, and finally the 4th time. So here is the 4th double treble crochet into the same stitch. Pull through the first time, the second 2 loops, third 2 loops, and the 4th 2 loops. So after this we are going to make a chain of 4 again. And this chain of 4 we are going to slip stitch into the next stitch. So as you can see, one petal will take up 3 stitches. So to start the next petal, we are going to slip stitch into the next stitch. And after making the slip stitch, we are going to make our chain of 4. And after that we are going to make 4 double treble crochet into the next stitch. We will make a chain of 4 and then slip stitch it into the next stitch. So as you can see, we are using a total of 3 stitches to make up a petal. So since we have 18 stitches, we will be able to make a total of 6 petals. So continue the same pattern to complete 6 petals. So this is our last petal and we are slip stitching it into the last stitch. And to maintain a similar look, we are going to slip stitch into our very first stitch also. And then on the back side, we are going to make a chain of 1 and pull the yarn tightly and then trim off the tail yarn. So here you can see we have a total of 6 petals. So this tail yarn, you can either use a needle or a crochet hook to stitch it into the existing stitches. So you can just pull the yarn into the yellow part of the stitches and pull it through a few times. And once you feel that the yarn is secure, you can trim off the excess yarn. So here our flower is ready. So you have to make 2 of this flower using the same pattern. Now we're going to connect the fish hook. So to connect the fish hook, you can use a set of pliers and open the loop here of the hook. And you can connect this loop to the middle of the any of the petals. So here this is after the second double treble crochet here that I have connected the fish hook. So you know the center stitch has 4 double treble crochet. So after 2 of the double treble crochet, you can connect it in the center part. So do this for the other flower also. And we have a beautiful pair of summer earrings. I hope you enjoyed today's really simple video. If you're looking for more crochet videos, please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for notifications on new videos, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.